Okie dokie.
What up, boys? It's your weekly Tendos podcast. Today, we have a special guest. Purdy has actually formed fusion dance with a man with glasses and a better beard.
I don't know.
Possibly.
I'd say comparable beard.
Comparable beard.
I think it's better.
We have a new
Agree to
host.
disagree.
We have a new host for today. New co-host for today. New blood, as they say, as they will. And if they will, Benny, if you would like to introduce. Oh my God.
I was waiting so long. You stalled.
I did. I wanted to stall even longer. I wanted to stall longer.
The whole podcast is just introducing Benny. Hi, Benny.
I have one thing to say.
Yep.
Be excellent to each other.
Have you seen the new trailers?
I have seen the new trailers. It's out today.
God.
It's out now.
Okay, I cancel the podcast. We're not recording anymore today. I got to go see this movie.
Excellent.
The movie is out, or just
Excellent.
the trailer? What?
Excellent.
The whole movie's out now. What is it? The Keanu
Bill
movie?
and Ted.
Yeah. Is it out now?
It is out now.
It is
Did they
out
just shadow
right
drop
now.
it?
They shadow dropped it.
Oh man!
And it's only playing wherever the hell Landmark's Embassy Cinema is.
No,
I don't know what
out
that is.
on demand on Google.
You can
right now.
download.
Watch it.
But I want to see it in the cinema. I have to drive to Boston to go watch it.
I don't.
Is it worth crossing state lines?
If Boston finds me that I'm in Boston from out of state, they will quarantine me.
At the movie theater, you can watch it so much.
You could actually, yeah. I bet they're screening it in the same theater all day. So just stay in your seat.
That's all they got, and then after
Yeah.
that, I might get the Room or the Disaster Artist. Who knows?
There's also
All
like
right.
Scooby Doo
So,
Oh God, stop it.
theaters.
Andrew, have you seen Bill and Ted?
No,
You should.
I.
But to
I
get
like
on topic,
Keanu.
go. Okay, I'll let you continue that.
That's it. I like
Oh,
Keanu,
okay.
and I'm
It's-
willing to see where he goes in his career.
Keanu, if you watch all of his movies from beginning to end, all of them, even the newest one coming out, whenever it comes out, called Cyberpunk, whatever.
It's the same universe.
It's the same Keanu universe, right? You can
Mhm.
see how he has formed and changed from the bruh man to the bro man.
Well, that was
Well,
the
it all
Matrix
makes
that did it
sense.
to him.
No,
Mhm.
it's George Carlin gave him a time machine. So all these movies are in the same universe.
The
That
comedian.
is factual. Yeah, he's
Is he in it?
He's in Bill and Ted.
Oh, he's
Yes!
dead.
Well, he died in the
Live
movies.
anymore.
If he
He died in the movies.
he dies in real life.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
and
man, that's tragic.
Bill and Ted, Keanu Reeves befriends the Grim Reaper.
I'm gonna watch this movie right after we record. Well, I got.
You gotta watch
after
both of them.
Man. Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
Topics.
What
Back to the
Nintendo
show.
podcast? This is the podcast for Nintendo games.
Benny has sidetracked us too long, and he's only been here for 3 minutes.
Bogus.
All right, stop
Benny,
it.
you've tarnished the Neotendo's brand.
Excellent.
He is just gonna say Bill and Ted words this whole podcast, and
I
I
mean,
see
he
it coming
added-
now.
He added some topics, much more than Purdy ever has in his whole Tendo's
Well,
career.
this is technically just
not
Purdy
gonna lie.
2.0.
Sure, right. So he's just elevated Purdy.
Mhm.
Purdy with administrator access.
Raise the bar.
Hashtag raise the bar. Hashtag Tendos.
All right. So we got a few
At Real
topics on our
Tendos.
list. It looks like there's a lot of Benny topics,
Yep.
and I can tell exactly which ones they are. But
I
we'll start.
demonstrated restraint.
We will start with an Andrew topic,
Nice.
and the Andrew topic is: this might have been the worst direct yet.
Yeah, those actually aren't my words. That's a quote from a friend of the pod, Blaine. And I, you know, I had no hype because they shadow dropped this. Thank God, Nintendo didn't build up any hype for this Nintendo Direct. Basically, to give a summary, I don't know much what happened. I was in a meeting and I pulled it up on my phone on the little YouTube player. I
During the
kind of
meeting?
skimmed it during the meeting. Yeah, I kind of skimmed it, the video, and it was just like I think there were like several Kingdom Hearts rhythm games.
There was
Um,
one.
okay, and I actually I don't know what else. There
So the
was.
Kingdom Hearts rhythm game, we shouldn't talk about that because Kingdom Hearts let us down ever since the first one.
Sure.
The real rhythm game.
Second one,
All right.
and Birth by Sleep are good. They let us down 10 years, that whole 10 years between.
I agree with
3DS
that. Second
demo
one,
was
I
fun.
enjoyed it a lot. It has Squall, gotta love it.
hmm
But there's another rhythm game in the Direct which overshadowed the Kingdom Hearts one. Right? That is
Okay.
the drumming game, right? John, do you know how to pronounce it?
Taiko?
Yeah,
Taiko Drummers?
That's-
Was that in the direct?
that was the Direct. That game is amazing.
Do you know it's amazing? Have you played it?
I have it
Oh, so it's coming to Switch. That's the announcement.
in Japanese.
This game. Excuse me.
But I have. They have other versions of the game on Switch, and in the eShop already, like other versions.
So you said it's a drumming game.
It's a drumming game. You can
like,
take
so it's
your
a-
Joy-Cons. You can take your Joy-Cons out
Oh
and
man,
treat them like drums,
be like
right?
Ravi drums from the 2008 Nintendo E3 press
or like the
conference.
conga,
I love Ravi drums.
conga bongos, but without the actual bongos. You just get, your little
Joy-Con?
Joy-Cons, right?
That game is
No.
amazing.
So the Taiko Drummer is a very good rhythm game. They
Mhm.
released they released a rhythm game a few months back, right? Maybe they should have just called this the Nintendo Rhythm Direct, right? But that they released. I don't know if you got it, Betty. The Hatsune Miku rhythm game.
Oh,
I did not know.
Like they got so many good ones. We don't need. I'll say this: we don't need Kingdom Hearts on this system.
I agree.
I'm surprised because I thought that was the highlight of it. Maybe I was just listening too much to Joe, but
You're probably listening too much to the
Sure.
people that cared about the Kingdom Hearts to come on there.
I mean, fair. It's that they have a voice too, John. Are we
They
gonna censor
do.
them?
I'm gonna say that maybe they're overshadowing all the other games.
They're not true
What
Nintendo
other-
fans.
Sure, that's a Sony.
Th-
That's
that is
hashtag
a- this-
Sony schlock.
Wow.
Share it online.
There's also another game that was in the Direct, which is amazing. Puyo versus Tetris 2, right?
Ooh.
Two. Okay, that was a launch
believe
title
it-
that a lot of people liked.
Is it
The
second?
first one.
Yeah, there's another one. So how is this Direct the worst? We have two solid titles.
But they're kind of they're not really heavy hitters.
I mean, it's
Right,
a
would you
direct.
admit that?
It's
They're
not
really
suppo-
heavy.
They're really heavy. How heavy? How many kilograms?
What's the mass?
Yeah. Read the measurements.
I mean,
If there's
but
a
even
bucket
so-
of
All the
games that weighs a gram and a feather in a bucket that weighs a gram, which bucket is heavier?
This Direct. That's all I know.
this direct.
Okay.
All right.
It
So-
also has Captain Tsubasa. I can't say it, John.
Captain Tsubasa.
Yeah, right. The soccer game. The
Oh,
soccer
it
anime
does
game.
have that
Oh, that
soccer
one.
anime game. See, look, how is this the worst direct? I don't
I
even
watched
know.
that trailer that Benny posted, and it looked like Mario Strikers, but it had one major flaw, one major Achilles heel: no Mario.
I mean, if these guys yell their moves as they're playing soccer, like forward kick, I think it's fine.
Well, why can't we just do that
Experience
in
the
real life?
anime. That I'm literally just watching this little snippet.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a great game.
Alright.
I'm gonna download it day one.
I'm getting it day one.
I'm glad you guys both like the direct. It wasn't for everyone. You know, some of the Tendos crew is very disappointed. I wonder what Purdy thinks, but we'll hear from him.
Well, Purdy's been upgraded. He has no more.
Upgraded. I am
Up-
voicing Purdy's opinion right now.
Upgraded Purdy.
Any game, right, where you're playing soccer, and your players can go Super Saiyan and summon dragons with their feet.
Have you ever watched Challenge Soccer?
John, just sorry, really quick. This screenshot that says "Experience the anime" in bold font, is this from the trailer?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's meta. Like, wow, that's just like you're in it.
That's what I'm
It'd
saying.
be like if a movie was like "Experience the movie."
It's. I'm just
medium, I don't
saying.
know.
It's just like
It's
look.
good. It's intense.
I'm
I'm
doing this. I'm doing this all live.
Alright.
Look at this face. Oh, this guy has been hit too much in the face.
So we're looking at a screenshot of an anime man.
Oh my God!
Large
Hold on.
mouth,
Hold on.
one
Hold
big
on.
tooth. John, no one can see these.
I know, but hold on. This is so good. This is. It's so pixelated.
Describe it. I don't know what these are
We
from.
could put. These are from the trailer.
Oh, they are?
Trailer.
Okay, all right. Folks, watch the trailer. You'll see some faces.
Look at this. Look,
All
what's
right,
he
so-
doing? Just take a guess what he's doing.
They're combining their
he's,
power.
Is this another team and he's just stomping on a man?
No, he's using his teammate to launch himself higher.
No, it's like
It's a
the
bump.
famous RPG series Mario and Luigi, how they
Mhm.
combine their powers to reach
Yep.
higher elevation.
Exactly. They
Why
took
did it
that
need
from
to
Mario.
be high for soccer?
They took
It's
that
not
from Mario because
basketball.
they had to kick the ball into the goal at the the highest point. But
Gotta
then
get the angle.
then the goalie caught it. Look it, he caught
Oh,
the
he
ball.
Wow, so the ball looks like a Naruto energy ball. It's just blue, glowing, radioactive ball.
This is the best direct all year.
Yeah, like if you're gonna make a soccer game,
I mean,
have fun,
there's only
right?
like
They're having fun.
there's only like 3 directs.
Oh my god.
All right. I mean, what else was on there? What else was on direct? I didn't watch the direct, so I can't really have
I skimmed it. That's all. I think we covered the main stuff. I don't.
It
think
was an
there's
indie
anything-
direct, wasn't it? So
No. It was.
No.
That it was a third party direct.
third party
Yeah.
direct.
The
Okay.
indie direct was on the 18th.
Oh yes.
And that one had some fun stuff in it. That
Did you?
actually liked a lot.
Did you watch? So there's this new. I'm gonna go off topic a little bit. Of topics, a little bit. There was this new documentary on Netflix that came out. On the video game history.
That was
Have
in
you
the.
seen
So whenever I start Netflix
Mhm.
and I want to watch the thing I was already watching, it redirects me back to the homepage and shows me an ad for that.
Yeah.
It's on my hashtag my list. Sponsored by Netflix, the only entertainment product. I'll watch it. How is it?
I thought it was really, really good. It doesn't go anything past I think 1997-ish, 1998.
Yeah, that's
And it starts literally like right in the Inception when like game Space Invaders and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
not.
And they had a whole episode. This is where we loop it back to Nintendo. They had a whole episode dedicated to the I don't know if you remember this. I hope I can say it correctly. The gamer coaches or the game coaches
Yes.
that
Yeah.
Nintendo used to hire. They had an whole episode dedicated
Oh, that's
directly
cool.
to those people and how they got some of those guys like in there interviewing, talking about their job, talking about what
Oh
they had to do,
wow.
right? And it
Very
was a
interesting.
very, very good thing. They were talking about how like, yeah, man, we had our mullets, right?
Yeah.
We had our headsets on, we had our games in front of us, and we had our sports jackets on saying that we were game coaches.
John, you sold me. That's like, I know game history, right? Like,
I know game history,
But
yeah.
it's, that's having interviews of people who did that stuff is cool. Basically, like before the internet, people were like, "Hey, how the heck do I play Zelda? This game is cryptic and weird." So they
Yeah.
would call up the line,
Yep.
and these must have. I'm sure the documentary gets into that, but they read up on the games, and I believe that had special versions of the games that let them.
No,
skip.
they didn't.
They did it. Wow.
They
it's
were
regular.
telling that like they would only
Oh,
get the
man.
games when the games came out, and they would need to know how to play the game by the time people would
That's
call.
so cool.
And like they had it, each one of them would draw maps out. Like they had binders
Right.
of like the maps and like things, and they would share the binders with each other because they all needed to know how to solve these issues around each other.
I know
Oh,
what
they
I'm
didn't
doing
even-
tonight.
Yeah. So, John, they didn't even get any maps from headquarters. All they got
No.
was the game.
They got
Really?
the game, and we're like,
Oh my
"Hey, your
God.
support now."
Because they're so secretive. They didn't want that stuff to
Yes,
leak out.
and yes, exactly. And and they have another whole article or another whole episode dedicated to the marketer from America that kind of made Nintendo big in
Yes.
in America, and she like how she would go to Japan and the Japanese were scared of her because she was so forward and aggressive to them.
Right. Well, you know, yeah, they're because they're so formal, right? And
Mhm.
they have a certain rule book, and to get anything done, I guess you have to just like
Well, one thing is you're a woman, right? And that's not like
yes,
to
you
them.
had to.
That's it's mainly a men-driven, like still
Sure.
kind of still like a man-driven society.
Well,
And
they're very conservative.
yeah, and then it's just like now you have this lady from the the West coming in, fucking howling at you.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm sold.
It's a good documentary on some parts, I feel. But
I wasn't gonna watch
Didn't
it
know it
because it's
existed.
just like I wasn't gonna watch it because it's like, oh, you know, I know Space Invaders happened. I've seen enough of that, but it sounds like it has enough unique stuff and goes into enough detail on
Yeah.
things. That's cool. Yeah, thanks for bringing
anyway,
that
what
up.
were you gonna say?
Oh, I didn't know the documentary existed.
Oh yeah, I saw it like last week, and it's just like a few episodes, but it's pretty entertaining. But yeah, so we can segue that into Mario's 35th anniversary.
Damn, this guy.
What's these
The
adhesive products?
segues. So
Are you talking
celebrate Mario's 35th anniversary with these adhesive products. Imagine glue sticks with Mario face on the label. You got it.
Is that
Mario's
it?
35th. That's how we're celebrating. Yeah, that's all we have so far. No games, no T-shirts, no merch. Glue sticks for 35 years of this.
Mario. I'm Mario. The Mario brother.
Yeah. I bully everyone who says Mario. I don't have a tolerance for that.
Mario.
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 It's like the
All
So
That's it.
Bogus.
That's the topic.
So
we covered it.
Yeah, I mean we touched it. You're right. Go from top to bottom. Don't put the bad ones all top.
Well, Benny
I'll be
put
red
us
first.
No, start from the.
Where do you want me to start? The middle now?
Benny doesn't know the rules. Cut him some slack.
I do not.
All right. Well, we'll skip a
Do
few
a Benny topic.
because we always do Nintendo and how much they're doing in Japan and how well they're doing.
How well
around
every
this.
podcast is like Nintendo's doing great. Wow.
They sold stuff. Great. Yes, we know that.
Yay.
Every other company can't keep up. We understand that. If not already discussed, CrossCode and XCOM 2. Or is this too major? I'm guessing that's Benny.
Or
Yeah.
it's
This is my topic. Honestly haven't listened to all the Tendos podcasts. I apologize. I hate them. But I was curious if we discussed CrossCode finally being on the Switch.
We have. Because we first discussed why it's not coming to the Switch. Then we discussed that you called me out, said it's coming to the Switch in X time. Then I had a
Right.
conversation saying, bruh, you lied to me. It's still not out. And then I had the episode where I went, it's finally out. It
Finally
only took 100 episodes of Tendos to get out.
That is accurate.
140.
That's mainly because it was developed by an artist and they wrote it in JavaScript. But
Hey, I make games in JavaScript.
Look, the V8 engine should have had a V8. Two of you will get that.
well,
joke.
because Nintendo's a console, they don't allow. No, I won't get into it.
I know.
Well, they're running JavaScript. I mean,
No, but it's
figured it out.
an interpreted language. It's not compiled, which is a security risk for Nintendo. So they don't
They won't
allow it.
Did they rewrite it? Do you know?
The guy- no, so-
I'm more curious about this.
Oh yeah, so this is
There's yeah, Benny, you can
you
explain.
can actually find some YouTube videos of the guy that did the port. So the actual developers didn't do the port; the publishing company did, right? Because they obviously have the code from the developer. They're like, put this on the Switch. Switch makes money, right? People buy games on the
automatically.
And the owner was like, I don't want to do that. Like the developers were like, we don't want to do that.
We're sick of this
Yeah.
game. Get rid of it. That's
Switch. So the publishers, right, gave it to basically one guy to do the whole port, right? And basically, the original developers, they're not software engineers, right? They don't know good coding practices. So they did a bunch of JavaScript shenanigans in the original release for the PC, right?
right.
So this one guy basically spent a year
Oh man.
converting the code, like recreating the game in C++ basically, and trying to mimic how the game behaves as best he could, because he couldn't reproduce all the JavaScript nuances. Like, they were mutating their classes, injecting code, like
into classes, or like doing like callbacks, getting other classes, doing all this crazy.
Yeah, they were like mutating data structures. They didn't know any better, right? They were just like adding different things.
Oh man, it's hard because they can't possibly be more different languages, right? One is just so loosey goosey, the other is just like you'll shoot.
It's
your
so
eye
strict.
out
It's literally a struct. It's literally struct.
It's
but it's
just like it lets you fail.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
man, I hope they paid him well.
Exactly. So wow. I don't think they did. There's actually, you can, like I said, some YouTube videos of him like at like small gatherings of game devs just complaining about it, like giving presentations of all the hurdles he had to go through.
Yeah.
Just candidly, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can you post some links in the Reddit, because I'm curious, and
yeah, I can dig them up and I can post them up.
It's a pretty interesting thing on CrossCode, because CrossCode alone is a great game. It is
amazing.
A very good game.
Very good, very good. It reminds me a lot of the classic JRPGs. Secret of Mana, for some reason, really comes to mind when I think about that game. It's a great game. I own it for the Switch.
I was like, Switch?
I was like, that guy slaved for
right. You might as well, yeah.
That guy needs my money,
right?
Yeah,
and,
no, it's good.
And the game is really good on the Switch. It does have some hiccups, frame rate wise, but it hasn't bothered me too much.
Yeah, I was going to
ask.
I'm
not sure, John, what your experience?
You know me.
Yeah.
You haven't played it?
He owns it.
Did he play the game?
I own it.
Son, you brought this up 2 weeks ago that you had the game, and it has been 14 days, and how many hours have you put in?
Enough,
right? The game is amazing. He knows it. He's played it on the PC, right? The port, really good overall for what the guy had to go through. Again, some frame rate issues. Also, if you come out of sleep mode, sometimes the music gets really messed up. So the best thing to do is either close out the game or warp to a different area to have music reset. Pro tip.
Pro tip.
That doesn't sound like a good port, Benny.
I mean, the guy
it.
struggled, and you gotta support the guy. You can't just sit there and be like, no.
Yeah, it's just.
And it's not his fault that he was given a crap deadline.
I'm sure. I'm not. It's not blame. It's just like, oh, I wish the game was developed originally to
work.
Good.
The original game was developed in JavaScript and HTML5. So.
Yeah. All right.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you want core consoles, think ahead.
Yeah, you just got to. Yeah, exactly. New things though. We'll keep going down these. These are
XCOM 2. Good port. I like it. Let's keep on going.
Okay. We'll go down the next 3 Bs. Blizzard missed opportunity with StarCraft 64 Switch release.
StarCraft 64.
Do you not know this, Andrew?
I know nothing about StarCraft 64. Please enlighten me.
So, Benny, you want to? This is again your topic. You got this.
I got this. All right. So you know the Nintendo 64, correct?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
One of the best games for that system. One of the classic games is StarCraft 64.
I mean, doubtful.
So StarCraft, one of the best games ever invented.
It is. It is probably one of the best
Isn't it meant
games
for
ever made.
PC with like fast clicks and keyboard motions?
Well, guess what they did?
They put it on the slowest console that only ran at 30 and
Yep,
I mean, the original game probably only runs at 30 max.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it only runs at 30, right? Because no, actually, the frame rate, it actually runs more than 30. The original game's frame rate is tied to the mouse movement refreshing, is tied together. So that's why you see a lot of pro StarCraft 1 players spamming the mouse side to side to keep the refresh rate high, right? Technically, StarCraft 64 is a better technical achievement than the PC version. It arguably has a better controller scheme because everything's on one controller instead of running your hand around the keyboard. You don't need those high APMs to be proficient in StarCraft 64.
Jesus.
You just
Now-
is it the same game?
It is the same game. It has a single player campaign. It also has single player versus AI. I don't think
Does it have online?
it does not have online.
I mean,
So the reason
okay.
why, so I called this out. Blizzard missed opportunity, right?
so there's
They
no
have
news
this in-
surrounding this. You just want
The only thing Blizzard did in the past, years of the Switch is go, hey guys, let's just release Diablo 3 on here. They could have released other games, right?
StarCraft. They make their-
StarCraft. Andrew, what is wrong? Are you saying you don't want other Blizzard games on there? Are you telling me that the Switch is not ran by a cell phone graphics card?
I think, look, I want people to be able to enjoy things. However, I may judge them intensely for the things they enjoy. We'll leave it at that.
Jeez. All right. Keep going down the list. Blizzard stock down, Nintendo stock up. Could have redirected itself for Nintendo. I guess that's.
So they
these
could
are
have
all
done a
the same.
swapperoo. So the
Yeah,
stocks. Tell us
great.
a journalistic disclosure from Benny.
Yeah, so just to be clear here, Blizzard stonks are not down, right? Nintendo stonks are up. Blizzard stonks are up, but customer satisfaction
Exactly.
perspective of these companies are in these trajectories where Blizzard is crashing hard
Mhm.
and Nintendo is going up, right? We already know Blizzard willing to put some things on the Switch, such as Diablo 3. Why don't they partner up more with Nintendo with things
Hmm.
like StarCraft 64?
I
Right, I
was waiting for it.
Blizzard's customer
This is
satisfaction could skyrocket by bringing classic titles such as StarCraft 64 to the Switch, and also Justice League Task Force, their fighting game from the SNES.
Ooh, that's
I mean,
true.
a SNES fighting game sounds more appealing to me than StarCraft 64. So, my question though, Benny, I'm a little concerned because you said Blizzard down, Nintendo up in terms of appreciation. If Blizzard appreciation goes up, what happens to like Reggie's company?
Goes up with it.
It goes up with it. There's
Yeah.
there's nothing to balance it though, right?
No, the sky's not even the limit. Go higher.
Go on, Jesus.
There's no
All right.
ceiling
We're-
to the good.
We're running low on time, but there's a few more of the topics I'm going to just like shoot fire. Braid's coming out on the Switch. I guess it will be good.
It will be
hope
good
so.
by the transitive property. What were you
I
gonna say,
mean,
Benny?
it's a good game. Yeah.
Good game. A lot of technical achievements in that game. Just calling that out.
Then there's Torchlight 3.
Torchlight 3 coming to the Switch. I think it's also in the direct or is closely to it. Has mixed reviews right now in the early access, mainly due to limiting of features. But we'll see how that plays out. Torchlight 1 and 2, great action RPGs.
Boy, what else do we got? We got Andrew spilled his cup. What?
Yeah, Spillgate.
Spillgate. I spilled
Spillgate?
coffee all over my Switch, just all over the dang thing, and
Is it over?
right in the charge report. So
Is it over?
what? No, okay. Let me tell the story. Zoom is going to kick us out soon, but it's
Have it
I
kick
spilled
us out
coffee
during
on
the
it.
story.
Put it in rice. A lot of rice. After I did that, I googled does rice work for this, and it doesn't work at all. So I took it out of the rice, and it was fine. Charge report works. Oh wait, does the charge report work? I didn't check it. I'm going to check it now live on the air. John, you carry on.
Have you not
topics.
checked it? How much
All
did
right.
you play? Not enough.
Not
No,
enough.
no,
All right,
I
all
shut
right,
it
all
off
right.
after.
Was it black coffee or did you have like sugar and creamer there?
It was cream and stevia.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I
Ooh.
like stevia.
Oh,
Only
what
maybe.
the hell? So I just got a picture from 1.0 Purdy,
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
he's-
yeah. He's with Landland.
and he's with Nolan right now.
Yep, I already yelled at him.
Is this the first shout out of?
This is the first shout out of Nolan taking away 1.0 Purdy.
Oh,
And
no,
Purdy is shirtless. I'm just calling that out.
He is shirtless, yes, because he's
Okay.
ready to fuse.
So update on my Switch. I plugged it in, and then it waited for a second, and I was like,
And
"Oh
it
no!"
scared you.
But now that The battery icon's charging now.
All right, we're that's good to hear. I'm glad your Switch is not dead. Play more CrossCode.
I mean, CrossCode is a good game.
Ending
It's
on a
really
positive
good.
note.
Really good.
It's
No, really.
I mean,
Support
so-
that poor guy is all his word.
Yeah.
All right.
support it.
There's a few more other topics that we can touch in here. There's like 3 more. We
okay.
have
Got 2 minutes.
why doesn't my Switch have flux?
Hashtag ouch my eyes. So
You
Flux
can-
is a blue light filter, and
You can-
the Switch. What were you gonna say?
I would say you can hashtag that us at
Yes.
the Real Tendos
At Real Tendos.
at Real Tendos,
Hashtag ouch my eyes. The blue light is going to kill me.
and then hashtag Spillgate too. You can, if you want to pay respects
Hashtag
to
Spillgate.
Andrew's Switch, you can hashtag Spillgate.
We pay respect. It's alive.
We'll see.
Pay respects to Purdy.
Pay respects to Purdy. That's Purdy 1.0 hashtag.
Purdy is rolling in his grave.
He is. We could keep hashtagging everything else. I don't know what other topics there is. I think I've actually touched them all.
I
Which-
did add Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles bad reviews ? I haven't played it yet.
I haven't played it yet. I was going to download it tonight.
I haven't bought it. I'm thinking about buying it.
I'm going to buy it regardless. It was a classic,
It was
old-timey city. I don't know if you've ever played Crystal Chronicles, Andrew. We have 3 minutes left.
No, I always think of Crystal Castles, and they make cool chiptune songs.
It's
So,
a
like-
classic.
Anyway,
So Final
I'd like
Fantasy
them,
Crystal
but-
Chronicles came out on the GameCube, right? And it was a multiplayer game. So it was on the GameCube, and to be able to play multiplayer, right? You and your friends had to have 4 of the Game Boy Advance cord cables, and you and your friends had to have 4 Game Boy Advances to be able to play this game multiplayer on the GameCube.
Was the game good enough to justify that cost?
If your friends and you had the stuff, yes, the game was good,
Alright.
right? But
How much money was that though? Like,
I mean, everyone had Game Boy Advances and they were playing Pokemon.
sure,
they're
yeah,
playing-
all the kids in school, yeah.
Maybe they didn't have the cord, but someone just cough up the cash, $10 a cord, $40 altogether, right? And he's like, "Hey, bros, let's play some Crystal Chronicles."
Excellent.
Excellent.